the New York Knicks are back, okay? The New York Knicks are back. Look, I just got done watching the entire game, 76ers, Knicks, game 2 in New York. Oh, where do I start? Well, I know where to start. Guys, I have notes. This is how you know it's real. Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matthew Gray. This is Stats and Stories. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It helps me out a ton. And make sure you stay up to date with all the new content going forward. Let's get into the video. I have about 4 pages of notes, all for the fourth quarter. It was an amazing game. But I could tell in the second quarter. When I tuned in, it was 38-49, 76ers way. By the end of the second quarter, so the end of the half, it was 49-53. I knew at that point Knicks were going to win. Now, did I think it was going to be as close as it was at the end? No, but I'm glad it was. At that point, Embiid had missed a couple free throws. I think he was 0 for 3 at that point. Maybe 1 for 3. I can't remember exactly. Wasn't playing well. But Jalen Brunson, again, it brings up a genuine question here. Can Jalen Brunson handle this kind of physicality? What does Jalen Brunson need to be effective in games against just a more aggressive, physical, and just bigger team? Because the 76ers are just bigger than Jalen Brunson. Look, I know that if you look him up right now on Google, it says he's 6'2". He's not 6'2", guys. Jalen Brunson's like maybe 5'11". I think J.J. Redick said it the other day. He was like 5'10", 5'11" on a good day. I don't want to say this and diminish how great Jalen Brunson is, but I think that this is important to bring up because think about what the next round looks like. The 76ers kind of cracked the Jalen Brunson code, I think. It's just bully him when he comes to the paint. Don't be soft. Just accept the fact that playoff basketball is a more physical brand of basketball, and Jalen Brunson might just be a little small for it. Now, is he effective? Yes. Is he efficient? Not at all. I mean, he shot 8 for 29, and it wasn't that much better than last game. I think the last game it was 7 for 26, literally. 1 for 6 from 3. He went 1 for 7 or 2 for 8 in the last quarter. It's disappointing. I love Jalen Brunson. I don't want to take anything away from his game. I would still have him 5th in my MVP bracket, but this series is just not for him. And I think he's taking too many shots right now. I think these games don't have to be this close. I think they need to take advantage of Miles McBride because he can come in and give you energy off the bench in a way that I haven't seen in a while from a good guard. I'll be honest with you. I think Miles McBride is a starter-level guard in the perfect situation. Miles McBride brings a really good energy to the court, especially because I think Dante DiVincenzo, which I'll get to in a second, is kind of he's the coal. He's the steam of this engine. He is the energy personified for the New York Knicks. Everybody loves Jalen Brunson. I do too. But when you watch Knicks games, look at Dante DiVincenzo. He every second that he is on the court is actively upset that he's not winning. And I don't mean that in the baby sense, I'm upset, wah. I mean the same way Victor is actively angry if he's not up. And even if he is winning, he's not happy with it because they could be winning by more. I mean that for real. But these guys, they have this edge to them. And I think that Dante DiVincenzo needs to be the real leader of this team. So there was one sequence in particular that really stuck out that kind of feeds into what I believe the Knicks are and the culture of and the ethos around what the Knicks are. Mitchell Robinson, by the way, thank you for being as good as you are after that injury. Mitchell Robinson goes up for a missed ball to grab a rebound. He grabs a rebound. There's a foul on the play. They're now inbounding the ball. But before we get too far into that, there was a sequence that really stood out to me. It involved Mitchell Robinson, and he had a clutch rebound that he got fouled on. They end up inbounding the ball, and at some point, McBride gets the ball. He's really shifty, really crafty. He's able to get Bogdanovich open. Boom. Easy corner 3. Come back down the court. There's a steal. He goes in for a layup. He whiffs it. Josh Hart tries to tip it back in, but it ends up being an offensive goaltend. But next thing you know, the ball is coming back this way because Dante DiVincenzo, big steal up to McBride. Huge ball movement in this area. We go from steal to logo, top of key, to the block, back out to the wing. Beautiful Bogdanovich 3. Huge threes, by the way. Miles McBride had a lot of really, really, really good moments. He was able to push the pace. He made a lot of really, really big shots, especially down the stretch in that fourth quarter. It was nice to see. Now, towards the end of that fourth quarter, he did make two pretty stupid fouls, to be honest with you, but also he's new to being in like a serious game, so I don't blame him too much for that. Got some learning to do. Everybody does. But some other players on the Knicks that really stood out to me this game. I mean, you got to talk about Josh Hart, bro. You have to talk about Josh Hart. He plays so well. He was such a good pick. I'm so disappointed. Bro, there are so many players that I wish my Lakers didn't trade away. Oh, my goodness. Imagine Josh Hart playing with LeBron. Do you know how happy LeBron would be if he got to play with Josh Hart? The dude is going to run at balls like they owe him money because they do. There were a ton of guys. Josh Hart, McBride, Mitchell. I think OG Anunoby is one of the best pickups of the season, to be honest with you. I think Dante DiVincenzo, I've said a few times and kind of explained why he is the heart of the Knicks. And I think in this game he proved it with that final shot. Man, the last few minutes of this game were absolutely fantastic. That was one of my most favorite games I've watched in a while. I'd have to think about it to say if it's going to be in like my all-time list. But man, the end of that game, that fourth quarter was really good. I just wish Jalen Brunson was better in this game. I should say in this game to be specific. Over on the 76ers side, of course, there is Kyle Lowry. I think he's a sleeper pick. I think he's a sleeper in the sense of, like, people did not expect him to be this good. I know that he had 5 fouls in this game, but, man, it didn't bother me. He had really, really big shots. There was a 3, and I think it was in the fourth quarter. It was like 97-94 or 97-96. I don't remember what the score was. It doesn't super matter, to be honest with you. But either way, he had huge threes. Tyrese Maxey, obviously, like, a stud. I'm just not a big Maxey fan, to be honest with you. I don't know why. And it's weird because Maxey's style of play is a style of play that I like. I don't know. It's just something about his game that I'm not a big fan of. But he still hooped. He was hooping. Joel Embiid, I think they need to sit him, to be honest with you. He doesn't look well. He doesn't look healthy right now at all. It really sucks to watch him play like this. I'd rather see him sit. I don't want to see him get injured for real because he's too damn big coming down on that knee, and I know it hurts. Bro, he got knocked down by McBride in that fourth quarter, and he couldn't get up at first. He tried to help himself up, and he couldn't. Kyle Lowry's there to help him up, but man, it's a tough watch. It is a tough watch. All right, y'all. I think that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Matthew Gray. This has been Stats and Stories. If you haven't already, hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Get all the notifications for my videos. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to go make like a banger trade or something. I don't know.